Hi everyone, it's Wendy. Welcome back to Show Me Mo Vegan and another What I Eat in a Day video. Today I thought I would show you a little more of my routine and what I do every day. So I've already done yoga and I'm done with breakfast. So I'll let you go back in time and see how my morning went. And I'm gonna head to my work from home office to start my day. All right, it's my lunch break now. Today I'm having a meal that I froze. I usually cook big batches of things on the weekends and eat it throughout the week, but I usually freeze 1 or 2 portions as well just to have on hand. So that's what I'm eating today, one of those frozen portions. Here I have a mixture of black and brown rice that I cooked up, and then I'm having this red lentil and cabbage soup. It's still a little frozen, but that's okay. I will be microwaving this. And I don't remember what I put in this one, but I always include carrots, celery, onions, and cabbage, usually carrots. And usually I add a can of tomatoes to my cabbage soup, but it looks like I did not do that this time. It looks like I've got some broccoli and peppers in there as well. And this part might sound a little weird. This is going to be my dessert. This is Japanese sweet potato that I roasted in the oven and then blended up in the food processor with some date sugar and vanilla bean powder. I was trying out some Chef AJ recipes and was inspired by her frosting recipe. And then I'm going to add some frozen cherries on top as well as a date. I think I might add a few nuts on top as well. In my last What I Eat in a Day video, I showed you how my spider plant baby was growing. And on the day that I recorded this What I Eat in a Day video, as you can see, several more baby plants came off of that first sprout. I actually recorded this What I Eat in a Day video about a month ago though, and there's been an explosion of activity since then, so I thought I would get you up to speed. So the babies continued to grow, and then one day I noticed a second sprout. Another little baby plant was coming out, and it continued to grow, as did the original baby. But then tragedy struck. One day I noticed the original baby sprout had snapped. I assume it was from the weight of all of the baby plants, and it didn't break completely, but it was kinked enough that I was afraid they weren't going to get the nutrients they needed. Even though I don't think they were quite ready to be separated from the plant, I went ahead and cut them off. So here's what the plant looked like. There's the second sprout. And then I didn't have anything to plant them in at the time, so I went ahead and just set them in some water. This is the original baby that I think will be okay. The others were quite small and I don't think they were ready yet, but I went ahead and put them in water as well. So we'll see how they do. So for dinner, I'm starting with this salad that I've already started making. I've got some red leaf lettuce, cucumbers, yellow bell peppers, a little bit of purple cabbage, and then I'm gonna sprinkle some hemp seeds. I'm gonna add some raisins. I like to add raisins to salads for a little sweetness. And then I usually do a really simple dressing that's just mustard and balsamic vinegar, but today I wanted to show you a little hack. My mustard is getting down to the bottom where it's difficult to, oh my God. My mustard is getting down to the end. So instead of wasting any of this, I'm just gonna make my dressing in the mustard bottle. And I don't really care about being particular with exactly how much is in here. So it looks like I've got about a tablespoon of mustard left. So I'm gonna just pour some balsamic vinegar in. I just have like a couple of tablespoons. And then I'll add some spices, and I have this little tiny funnel that I got from my mom, so that's really handy. And I'm just adding a little bit of onion powder, garlic powder, parsley, and then a little bit of date sugar to balance everything out. And I just did like a half a teaspoon to a teaspoon of each of those. Then I'll add a little splash of water, put the lid back on, and then shake it. And you can do this with any kind of dressing that you want to make. Just put in whatever ingredients you want. And now I have a nice little vinaigrette for the next few days. And then with this, I have an Ezekiel English muffin in the toaster. This is shredded jackfruit and oyster mushrooms that I coated in barbecue sauce and roasted in the oven. I also added some bell peppers and onions and just cooked that until it looked nice. All right, so I got my little Ezekiel English muffin toasted. And I've got my jackfruit and mushrooms warmed up. So I'm just gonna pile that on there. And then I'm gonna pile the rest on top of my salad. And if you saw my video about eating a balanced vegan diet, I talk about how I always like to include a whole grain and a bean along with my vegetables at every meal. So for this meal, I have the whole grain with the English muffin, but I don't have any bean. So what I decided to do, that's right, I made some brownies. These are black bean brownies, and yes, I'm considering the brownie as my bean serving for this meal. I think I mentioned earlier in the video I was trying some Chef AJ recipes. So this is Chef AJ's black bean brownie, and it's got some pistachios on top. So I will have that for dessert. I think that's about it for today, but I also wanted to mention one thing. I do take a B12 and vitamin D supplement. I forget to mention these in these videos because I don't take them every day. Those are the only 2 supplements that I'm currently taking. So that's all I've got. Thanks for watching another What I Eat in a Day video. I hope you enjoyed it. And as always, I appreciate you giving this video a thumbs up and subscribing if you haven't already. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.